30th. Sorry, I did wake up from a much needed nap. Usually I am live streaming 12:15 every day, but this week was abnormal. A couple of different reasons. My little one was home. They shut down her daycare in regards to 4 cases of COVID that were found at the daycare. And what else is going on? So there were 4 cases of COVID that were found, and so she was home, and we also had our bathroom under renovation. So I am just completely drained from all of this. And I listened to my body, and I took a nap today, which I very much needed. So I'm just tweeting out the link. There we go. So I do apologize for the schedule being a bit off this week. Those are the reasons why. I am human. And so going back to the regular schedule of 12:15 on next week. Okay, so let me pull everything up over here. I do have the SPY. Thank you, OMG Illuminate. Yeah, I'm a little cloud seeding spreading COVID. No, I was just tired, right? You know, when you have, my office is a mess with everything because when the renovators were working in the bathroom, they went through into my daughter's bedroom and broke through to their closet wall. So everything from their closet to my office, feng shui of everything is off. I can't wait to get everything back to normal. All right. So yeah, it's just an extra layer of stress that happens from regular life. So welcome to everybody. If you guys are new to my channel, check out my social media handles right there: Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also on Telegram, and if something happens to YouTube, onto BitTrue. All right, or YouTube, everything like that. So I am a little tired. I'm not gonna lie. So we've got the SPY. We'll start off with the SPY. We will also look at Ripple today. Ripple, big things. I did not jump on the call with the SEC. There were only spaces for 4,000 people. And yes, David, that's right. I also have another one. Did you see DOGE? So we're going to talk about Doge. We're also going to talk about Doge token, where you could potentially buy Doge token if you have an interest in it. Hello, Salvatore. And as we know, right, usually in general, if we go to equity clock, we're going to look, you like it, I put myself in Santorini today. Since I can't travel, I have fun with my backgrounds. I travel in my mind, seeing myself there. So let's look at, I don't know why I hit commodities. See, I'm still groggy. That's why I don't ever nap in the middle of the day, because it makes me groggy. Yeah, MTETs, I'm still accepting emails. Jane at cjanetrade.com. All right, so the end of, yes, for sure. I agree. Well, we do have, I'll show you guys. Okay, so we've got this that happens in May. Many times we see a sell-off right at the end, a little bump, and then for May itself, we drop back on the SPY. So what we're seeing could be in relation to that, a little bump up, a little pullback. Maybe we're going to rebound back up to the 421 area and then pull back down. But that's why I wanted to show you guys that. And I do have this new moving average that I've thrown on here. Hello, plumbing squad. I just had the plumbers redoing my bathroom. So I have a new one, 336 SMA, and you know, it seems like it tends to act sort of like a support. So I've thrown it on there. A couple like TQQQ used it as support on the 45-minute chart, and now it seems to be like a little bit of a resistance. So I'm messing around with it, playing around, letting you guys know what I'm playing around with on the charts to see. So let's check out the Qs. So the Qs are also pulling back. We had big tech announce this week: Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Twitter. Twitter imploded today after earnings. The Russell's pulling back too. A lot of them are hitting that 425 EMA on the 45-minute chart. So we are far away on the SPY. Maybe we're going to pull back down to 412, find a bit of support there, and then bounce to the upside. Qs, we are not that far away, 3 points away. So I would watch for a $3 drawdown there. IWM, hello, everything's monetizable. And IWM, we're hanging on it right now. Now remember, IWM tends to be the leader. So if this starts to fall first, especially on our 24-hour chart, if we break down below here, we go below 222.50, maybe we're going to come down to 220.24 down here, and we will end up bouncing off of that. So keeping it all on watch right now. Apple may have an antitrust filing against them in the EU. Yeah, something else to remember for Apple is that they are doing a buyback of 90 billion worth of shares. And I'm going to pull up, while we're looking at all this stuff. Well, first I'm going to show you, if you guys want to check out quantum.gov, this is basically what's going to be going into place. The National Quantum Initiative and coordinated approach to quantum networking research, quantum banking, quantum education, and it's cool that it just popped up there. Also, the different centers, everything like that, international quantum frontiers, the education, and this is a U.S. government website, right? So this is not something that I'm pulling out of thin air, but there is the quantum financial system that is part of this. And that quantum financial system is linked with the ISO 2022 in moving forward and going into the crypto space. So know that the ISO 2022 quantum banking will likely involve XRP, XDC, XLM, DOGE, and DOGE token. There's some other ones as well. So let's go to CoinMarketCap really quickly. I'll show you the latest one that very inexpensively, if it turns into that form, hey Roger, welcome. When it turns into a form of payment on the XLM payment network, could be really, really interesting. So everyone was hating on DOGE, right? So DOGE, we'll look at it really quickly on the chart over here. DOGE was, let's go to a 3-month chart. It was just like nothing. And then all of a sudden we had Elon Musk say, hey, you know what? I'm buying some for my son. That was back in February. And I think it was down here at 3 cents. And then it doubled up to 6 cents. And then it just sort of flatlined. Crazy volume right here. Look at that, $73 trillion worth in 24 hours. And then all of a sudden it starts moving up again. And then it just breaks out after it was announced to be part of the Flare network. Yeah, you know what, Roger? It was the beginning of the video. I was saying this week has been crazy. My daughter's been home renovations. I was exhausted. I just needed a nap. So I'm human. I was tired. So I listened to my body. Well, if we check out as well, there's also, something else to show you on this. The market cap, right? This one is mined, right? So this does not have a fixed market cap. The coins that have fixed market caps are limited, right? Bitcoin is limited to 18 million. It was 21 million, but then 3 million were lost. So it was roughly 18 million. Now, if we look at DOGE token, right here, this is one that runs on the XLM network. And if you want to see the markets, you can click on market and it'll show you for any coin, right? This is a little tutorial as well. If there's any coin that you want to check out of the CoinMarketCap coins, just click on market, right? Search it, click on market, and it'll show you where you're able to trade it. So let's take a quick look right now at, not Stellar Term, excuse me. I'm hitting the wrong locations. Doge token. That's not what I meant to do either. But look, it'll tell you where else you could trade it on the decentralized exchanges. Stellar Term is one. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting all over the place here. Let's go back. I don't usually look at coin market cap like this. Please stay on Doge. No, Doge token. Come on, give me the Doge token. See what happens when I'm sleepy? All right, I want the data chart. There we go. That's what we needed. So look at the pricing. So imagine if this one were to go to $1, right? Then if you were to buy $100 worth right now, let's multiply that times divide it by times. Divide it by 100 divided by 0.00505, you're going to have 19,000 coins. So your $100, should this go to $1, would turn into $19,000. So you can see that some coins that are in their infancy phases, like this one has a fixed, over here, the circulating supply. I had an error before. I'm really sleepy. That the max total supply is 9.9 billion, and we are at 79% right now. So let's go back and look at Dogecoin because I made an error there. So here's the circulating supply. Max supply, you can see there is no max supply. It can be mined for Dogecoin, right? So when you're looking at something that has no max supply, there is something that can be mined, right? No, ace of 100 could turn into 19,000 if you were patient, right? So when we look at Doge token, for example, we can see we're at 79% of the circulating supply. And it's starting to increase in price in the last 7 days. Let's go to a 7-day chart. It went to almost 4 thousandths of a cent. And then it topped off today at 8 thousandths of a cent. So basically, if you'd bought on Monday, prior to this point, you'd already doubled your money, right? So looking at some of these, you can see that they can really, really quickly jump to the upside, especially certain coins. Let me see if I can find it right here on my Twitter. I will show you guys. Oh, I sent it in an email. Bought 1,000K in Doge and it tanked. Scared and ran. Should I reinvest? Roger, you know what? I cannot unfortunately tell you what to do, right? You have to do what's going to be in alignment with your comfort level. What I can show you is likely these coins right here are going to be part of that new quantum financial system that I did mention before. So XRP, Flare Network, which is going to include Dogecoin for payment, Gala, CSC, I don't know what that is, Packcoin, XLM, the Stellar Network, Doge Token, XLM, XLPG, Algorand, XDC, IOTA, right? So those are the ones that I am primarily looking at as a potential store of value in the crypto space, right? Bitcoin has 18 million in it. However, Bitcoin is very slow. There was a post I posted up on Twitter. A lady sent $25 to somebody and it cost her $27 to send it. And the thing with Bitcoin is it's so incredibly slow as well. I have to go to my tweets as well because I did post out one earlier this morning, posted a lot about Ripple today. Here it is, here's the one, right? I just sent somebody $25 of Bitcoin and paid $27 in fees. And where is it? I posted this morning about this. I was incorrect. It is not the Bitcoin founder. It is the founder of Bitcoin Mixer that laundered $335 million that was captured. I don't know about Filecoin, Travis. There's over 9,200. So I don't know about every single coin, but I can tell you the ones that I have done. And on here as well, here is another article. So let's just pull this up. This is from Medium. And this guy is talking about the quantum financial system, building a virtual private network of cross-border interbank payment systems. It's a payment system set up by sovereignty and commerce. The real financial reset, the details of which are behind this effort to include documentation and proof of its relevance. Which future market trend will be in crypto? Well, I pretty much just told you, OMG, right? The ones that are likely right here, right? That's my personal opinion. All of the ones that I have purchased on here have moved up. And we're definitely going to be moving into it. Yes, crypto is definitely the way of the future, Asif. That, you know, it might be a little daunting at first to get into crypto. I do have a video down below about how to purchase it on Kraken. For those people that want to get into XRP, there's bittrue and Uphold and Kraken, BitBuy, and Coinberry. Kraken, BitBuy, and Coinberry for Canada, Uphold and bittrue for the States. So check them out and see what invest in crypto with money that you are willing to lose should it go to zero. B, do your research, right? Don't take my word for it. Do your research. I've done my research, and so I'm happy with the ones that I am interested in. No, Travis, that's why I was here. If you go to CoinMarketCap, you search Doge token, and then you click on market. It will show you can buy it on Lobster or Stellar Term. Those are two places that I know you could buy it. You could probably find out on dogetoken.com as well. Let's see, they might tell us here. Here you go. Stellar Port, Stellar Term, Lobster, Solar, and Interstellar would be the places. So all related to Stellar, XLM, as an area. If Ethereum hits 8,000 this year, do you think it will stay at that level and progress from that moving forwards, or it will start to come down again? The 3121, you know what? I don't know how. Let's see. Let me look at my Ethereum chart over here. I'm just going to look at it on 24-hour. Oops, I'm on Bitcoin. Let me go back. Actually, I'll do it over here. All right. So let's look at it on a 24-hour. All right, so let's see our potential trajectory, right? Seems like the slope, it's outside. I'm going to correct this and we'll put a channel here. That if we go from here to here, we're just outside of it right now. It looks like it might be a little bit extended to pull back. And that this, let's go on a bigger time frame on a weekly chart. This is a pretty extreme move, right? So from here, we had a, just to go percentage wise, 26,900, excuse me, 2,690. Ah, I just have to laugh at myself today. And so far, we've had 677. So let's see what 2,000. What was it, 2,690? Oh. Just keep going. Yeah, we could hit up there. If we go to that same extreme rate of growth, maybe we're going to hit 10,000 and then pull back down to like 7,500. So that tab tells you where to buy it. Robinhood is not my friend. They don't offer many crypto. Yeah, and Travis, you need to be careful with Robinhood or Webull to see if it's synthetic. Are you able to transfer the crypto off onto a hard wallet? Or is it still just a Is it just you're trading the price action on Robinhood? So here we can see Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin has surged higher, and then we broke out again from 1990 up to 60,000. This level right here looks like strong resistance at 58,000, right? What's our volume doing? Our volume is not increasing that much. A lot of the big whales look like they got in the past back here, right? A lot of people bought when it was super, super low, bought over here or sold, either way. And then now, what's happening with the volume? If you look at it, does this look like something you want to necessarily get into when the volume is dropping off? We had a bit of volume last week, but this week we've overtaken it, but this might drop back to the downside. Yeah, Robinhood has been notorious for freezing sales buys to manipulate prices. That's what I've heard, Wade. I've never traded on them, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, I'm bullish on those as well. I'm just reading your other comment. So right here, this is what I'm seeing on Bitcoin, right? I'm not a fan of Bitcoin. I don't own it. People ask me that. But I'm seeing that there's this box right here. Maybe we can move it up a little bit more, even up here to 60,100. And this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consolidation, and then we could have a big leg up, or we could have a big leg down. These are different volume weighted anchor prices right here, the 2 red lines and the 2 purple lines. So maybe we're going to come back down to 42,800. We will see. They always talk about the impending Three Gorge Dam as well in China that might break and really flood the valley and take out a lot of the Bitcoin miners, in which case that would really slow the hash rate. And this is a great one for trading, but value-wise long-term, I don't see it. Value-wise long-term, I see these coins, personally, in my opinion, okay? I'm not a financial advisor. I do not have my license. This is my own research, so please keep that in mind and do what is right for you, okay? All right, so I ended up doing crypto first. Let's check out the Dow Jones as well. We'll go to our 24-hour chart over here. So, ooh la la, 24 hours. Make this 45-minute. Why is Bitcoin so expensive? It's a low float, Roger, and people keep buying it because they think that it's going to be that coin. It really was one of the first ones to be adopted as a form of payment. I do like the Ethereum network more. I really like the Ethereum network, how it functions. Also looking at the speed and the efficiency of it, the Ethereum network is much better. All right. Yeah, we will cover Microsoft and Apple, Travis. So, Dow Jones, are we setting up for a bigger move up, or is this going to pull back? If we have a pullback, sell in May and go away, well, guess what? May starts tomorrow. Maybe they were selling on a Friday, potentially, and then they're going to take it higher. And then one last bounce, but we've really been going sideways on a lot of the indexes. The SPY as well sort of had this, we had this sideways move, and now it's another little sideways move up here. Are we going to bounce off of this support today, or are we going to fail and come down further to 414? Really curious to see. Yeah, that's the saying, Travis, sell in May and go away for the stock market. That's why it tends to draw down in May, and it tends to be pretty flat in June. And then we have earnings season again in July, so it picks up. So it's like big run in April, sell in May, and then jump back in potentially in July. We're also then in the second half of the year. Rain, go away. Come again another day. All right, let's check out XLF. So I've been saying watch XLF as well, in particular in relation to, oh my goodness, so many different things. But there's debt loads that are pretty high for the banks. You know, these stimulus checks did not help all small businesses. How many small business bank loans are going to go under? The banks do not have reserves on hand. People put their money in and the banks use it to make money. And what happens when nobody else is putting money into the bank? If we go to a crypto form of currency, what's going to happen to these banks, right? Likely a drop off. All right, let's look at the big guys for the day. So we do have, you guys always know, I'm always checking Apple. Apple is on my list for short today. Here we go. Got some fibs on there. We did have a big, I want to show you guys ESGU. Okay, let's look at ESGU. And I want to show you this print, right? Oh, that's not it. Oh, those sneaky guys. Oh, wait, that's not today. I just have to laugh. I'm so tired. Do you guys see what it says right here? What does this say? Do you see that? I have never, ever seen this as the condition. And that was 95.87. Well, here we are at 95.52. When we go back to, oops, not the 27th, the 28th, Wednesday, we had a big one at 95.99. Okay, let's take another step. Let's go here. Let's go to etfdatabase.com. Let's go to ESGU. This is an ETF that we don't usually see lots of prints on for dark pool prints. If you guys want to learn about dark pool prints, I also teach in the training pit at thedarkpools.com, and we help people learn all about trading around the dark pools. OMG Illuminate, can you transfer it out, or can you only buy and sell in Robinhood? That's my question for you. So these are the top holdings: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Tesla, JP Morgan, Nvidia. So what's going on? That was at 95.79 for today, right? 95.79, pretty much right at open. And we're below that. So maybe that was really a sell. Yeah, Roger, I don't know. I don't know if it was a short, or I was trying to do some research and then I went to take care of my daughter and I didn't get into it. Okay, can you transfer out of Robinhood is my question for OMG Illuminate. Because if you cannot transfer out your coins, then you are trading synthetic coins, meaning you're just trading the price action for profit or loss, but you don't physically own that coin, if that makes sense. So you can't put it into a hard wallet, as an example. So seeing that over here, also, if we look at this, let's turn this into a 4-hour chart. Look at how it seems like right here, this level, there was a lot of price action that happened. Here's that 28th, that bigger 775,000, and then another one today that said seller, and the saying sell in May and go away. Just found it really, really weird. And when we go to our 24-hour chart, maybe it's going to pull back down over here to the 50 simple moving average. It looks like that tends to be support, right? So when we look at that and we see, hey, this tends to be our support here, and these are the holdings: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Tesla, JP Morgan. What's going to happen to those stocks, right? That would make this ETF pull back. It had a bigger print over here. Obviously, we're above that. And that was January 14th. We're now roughly 3 months, 2.5 months. Maybe they're saying, awesome, thanks, we're going to take our profit here and take it down. Okay, so there you go. So Travis just posted coin withdrawals at this time. We don't have the functionality to support coin withdrawals. Though if this changes in the future, we will let you know, which was from the Robinhood support page. So OMG Illuminate, I might potentially, if I was you, look at a crypto exchange, not a stockbroker trading the synthetic, because it seems like that is synthetic to me from what Travis posted. But I don't trade with them, so I couldn't tell you. All right, so seeing that leads me to believe we might be having a bit more. I'd watch the 95.80 level over here. Let's set an alert that maybe we're going to have a bit more of a sell-off coming for the SPY, QQQ, IWM, and Dow Jones, right? So we'll keep it all on watch. All right, let's look at Amazon. So Amazon has moved up, really big volume, had a surprise $6.25, but we were overextended and it pulled back. For me, OMG, Kraken. I like Kraken. I'm in Canada though, right? Remember that. So it does make a difference where you're located. Canada, Kraken, and bittrue as well. Bittrue is in the US. Uphold is in the US. I've never used them. And Coinbase is in the US, as you guys probably know, with the coin IPO. All right, so Amazon, good earnings, and it pulled all the way back down to close, right? Shot up yesterday in anticipation and then just failed away today. So we're back at the moving averages, completely normal, right? It can shoot up and then it pulls back. That's exactly what happened. It shot up, it pulled back, and maybe that's an indication that it's going to head up there, or maybe we are going to top off and pull back down, right? Let's also check out Apple. So Apple is one of the majors, right? Does this look really pretty? There were 10.2 million. So you guys know that. Let's see if there was any more today. They are having a 90 share buyback for Apple. It's loading. And so there were 2.5 million prints today, right here at open, right at open. And so I thought, well, that's really interesting. And then someone said in the Java pit, they said, hey, they have a 90 billion share buyback. Okay, so that kind of makes sense now for there to be 10, but there's still 862 million shares that they would be buying back. So when we look here, oh, wrong day. I'm really sleepy. So that's going to lead me into, if you guys like the live stream, you'd like to contribute and buy me a cup of coffee, there is a link down below. Also, if you'd like, hit the like button. It will help the algorithm to share it so I can help more people. And you can also share it with your friends. All right, so here we go. 2.5 million share prints, and that was pretty much at open. And another million at 10:30. Other than that, it was small. Let's check yesterday and see. I heard that they had some yesterday too. Yeah, so yesterday we had 3 million and we had 4 million yesterday. So they've already had roughly 14 million, 15 million that they've bought back. Potentially, I don't know if it's them buying. The research that I found for buybacks, it doesn't show until the quarterly report, the 10Q or the 10K. So we won't find out if all these crazy big prints are them, but I am seeing an M over here. I see up, down, up, down. Is this going to be a continuation to the downside over here? And we're going to come back down maybe to 129, maybe back down to 128.50. That was an important level of support in the past. You can hear one of my little ones just got home. So let's look at Twitter as well. Twitter, massive drop yesterday on the news that they are anticipating a slowdown. Censorship will do that, right? I know a lot of people that did leave Twitter. And also, they are due to be called in front of the Senate and the House on May 26th and 27th. So that might be affecting them. It does seem like it has stalled right here. Let's see if we had any big major prints on them today. Just with earnings. And we'll come back to that. Oh, it looks like it was there. There we go. That's not today though. There we go. There's today. Yeah. So we had big ones. We had 504, 700,000. So 700,000 today. Not super crazy. You can see like 5 million, 10 million. That's more something to pay attention to. But we are below the big one that was roughly right here, right at this point where you can see pretty much stalled. So we are below that on Twitter. So it would need to go back above, really above 57 for me to want to be more bullish on Twitter. And many times we see a 3-day decline on a stock after earnings before it bottoms out. So I would keep it on watch. It does look like it's a bit oversold at the moment. But it was definitely a beautiful short. So that was Twitter, Apple. Let's check out Microsoft. So Microsoft, very far extended down. Look at this crazy doji day. Very, very long legs. We came down. I would anticipate something like this. Down, bounce, and roll over. Especially if we had that sell in May and go away. And it goes back to the ESGU holdings. Microsoft is on there and Apple is on there, and we are below those levels. So looking at that and putting those two together. Other ones that were also on my list today, American Airlines had a bit of a bounce for a nice run up, 50 cents. I'm going to go from the bottom up. We did Twitter. Let's look at Tesla. So Tesla had a big bounce off of this bottom of this trend line right here. So you can see that this is really holding. I'm going to turn this into a matching. Whoops, let's undo. Yeah, here. Let's go here, make this orange and dotted line. Is orange okay for everybody? Because I know some people are colorblind and I don't know the best colors necessarily. There we go. So you can see it went from down here to up here to down here. I might anticipate a move up to 726 from this area because it did bounce off of this trend line. So technically, I would anticipate a move up here and then either further oscillation in here or a breakout to the upside. The website list or ticker talker, terrible for not protecting accounts. Hello there, investor Lucifer. Diamond. The diamond I saw more on, not so much, because if you look back, you can really see that it's really a big wedge. This one I'm going to get rid of. That's an old one that's not holding true, and I'll leave that one from that trend right there, but I will get rid of this one. And you can see I do have these earnings lines here on the daily, so we have already just had its earnings. And you can see it did find a bottom. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4 was the bottom, and then it bounced. All right, NEO as well today had earnings and bounced. Thank you, Asif. And NEO, much like, it seems like the electric car space is doing well today. Twitter had issues. Yeah, Twitter definitely had issues today. So after earnings, it sold off, and then we have a long leg doji today on NEO. Rejected the 50 simple moving average on the daily chart. So I would keep a watch on that to see if we're going to continue the move to the downside. MOTS was on my long list, but look at how it hit that 425 right there. And then it really had a small move. So this had potential to have a big move to it, but it only had a small drawdown right there. ABBV today had a nice retracement, opened up high, gapped, pulled back down after earnings. Below 112.24, had a nice $2.30 move to the downside. WDC opened, gapped up as well, and like many stocks today, has pulled back on the day. BP pulling back as well. Also, I believe XOM is also pulling back a little bit. And AstraZeneca today also pulled back, shot up above, and then pulled back after earnings. So Twitter and Facebook have issues with Trump and the truth. Well, that's part of the reason why they had the Senate Judiciary House Committee meeting on Tuesday. And they're going to talk more about that. It seems like they're having monthly meetings going on right now for all of the tech stocks as far as social media. So we will see what really happens. And I know that someone put up stocks up here earlier. Let me just roll up to the top and let's see. Everything's monetizable. Are you still here? I'm not going to share that, Camus, because I don't know. Everything's monetizable. Are you still here? Okay, I'm not going to go over that. Yes, you are. Okay, perfect. I was going to bypass them and wrap it up, but you're here, so we'll go over it. Okay, so FAMI. All right, so FAMI today, 24-hour chart. I do see a nice little trend starting off from down here after the crazy drop. But it looks like it would really need to break out above 60 cents. So we have, it broke out here, but it looks like that 60-cent mark is going to be huge. So I would watch it to see. We do have an ascending wedge, which might break to the downside. I have no idea what happened. What is this? Food retail. What type of, let me add these on over here. COTY, GSAT, SMDL. Sundial, I know, had issues too. Let's go here. Consumer staples riding late interest. Offering. There you go. So they had their stock offering. Usually it will take about a week for that to finalize. So maybe that stock offering has happened. That's why it dropped. So it might be bouncing to the upside from here. Yeah. OMG. That's funny. Kraken. Oops. No, don't. I misspelled it. That's it. Kraken. I don't mind any crypto coins. No. I got too many other things going on, Asif. I don't have time for that. Okay. And let's go and look at COTY. So COTY looks like it has a reversal top-off pattern right here on the daily chart. Pulling back down though, hitting that 125 EMA on the 45-minute chart. Would look to see if this can hold 987. If it doesn't, then likely a drop down to 950 right there for COTY, or 960 over here. Where 950, yeah. GSAT. So GSAT came up, hit the 50 simple moving average, pulled back, bounced, might have another run up to 140, and I would look for that test right there. And then Sundial looks like it hit the 20 simple moving average and rejected. This one does not look bueno. It looks like it is going to move to the downside. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that the schedule was a little bit off this week. This is not the normal week with my daughter home. The bathroom under renovations. All is completed. Everything should be back to normal. And I will see you at 1:30 on Sunday. If you all have any questions, please feel free to email me at jane@cjanetrade or any of my social media handles right here. And as always, I love you all. Have an amazing weekend. Carpe profit, seize those profits, one trade.